So for many months, I've been thinking about getting lean again. And you know what? I decided to jump on the opportunity. Sometimes when you really want something, you just gotta go for it, irrespective of what everyone else is doing. Like right now is bulking season and I'm undergoing a second cut. Funny how history repeats itself, but I digress. The goal is to hit 160 pounds and maybe even below. At time of this recording, weight is sitting at 175 pounds. Let me say that this is going to be an aggressive cut and I'm doing extreme measures. Moment I hit this goal, it's right back on the strength training journey. In fact, I want to get stronger than ever before at a lighter body weight, therefore maximizing my pound for pound strength, health, and aesthetics. So this video will detail the entire plan. Not saying you should do this, but if you are going through a cut right now and you want some ideas or to simply see things from a different perspective, allow me to share my secrets right now. Starting with diet, and then I'll go over the crazy points. So there's nothing complicated about this. You want to lose weight, you have to know what your total daily energy expenditure is and enter a calorie deficit. In my case, I'm doing it fast, so 20% is the baseline. And the best way to do this, in my opinion, is through a whole food, plant-based diet. Doesn't have to be 100%. In fact, I'm not doing that myself. It's 90-95, with the exception of cheat meals, gatherings, and little feasts once in the blue moon. And I'm doing this because, as Dr. Fuhrman once stated, you are getting moderate caloric restriction in an environment of micronutrient excellence. That is the whole purpose. You're fulfilled, you're full, you're satisfied, yet you don't feel as if you're undergoing a cut. The weight just naturally tends to fall off. And the key in making this work for bodybuilding is to acquire 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. The best evidence suggests this is all you really need. All these guys pounding back tons of protein shakes or protein-rich foods in general, they might be doing that for satiation, but in terms of the muscular effect, maintenance, or even gains-wise, doesn't really contribute to much. And in my case, the whole plant foods already takes care of the satiety aspect. And some general guidelines I can give about that is to consume at least 200 grams of berries a day. 500 grams of broccoli in one shot is pretty powerful as well. And then just having a ton of beans, variety, black beans, lentils, your whole grains to couple it. It's extremely simple stuff, and if you want me to cover that in a full day of eating, let me know, but there's nothing new about what I'm doing. I'm just sticking to what the science says is best. And let me also say that if there are some days where I end up in a 25 to 30% deficit, I really don't care. In fact, the training that I do in addition to this diet is probably going to facilitate that, and that's why I'm saying this is going to be an aggressive cut. So how about we talk about that right now? Starting with the standing all day concept. Guys, I bought a standing desk about a month ago, and I wasn't using it consistently, but now I'm on it every single day, standing at least 10 hours daily. And believe it or not, that does burn extra calories. And it keeps you focused, it keeps you on your grind. You have no time to lounge around. Ever since I started doing this, I feel a lot better. Like sitting is not good for you. And if you do work an office job right now or somewhere where you're quite stationary, I recommend you get up every 30, 60 minutes or whenever you have the opportunity. Don't be sitting all day. So the standing desk is an easy solution to a larger problem. And that's what I'm currently doing right now since I do work from home and I have that option available. So this is just a little trick that makes a difference. In regards to the cardio, I'm doing boxing rounds every 48 hours. Specifically, the Bas-Rutten 30-minute boxing rounds. Guys, this will get anybody in shape. I don't care who you are. It's extremely brutal. By round 4 or 5, you are gasping for air, let me tell you. So this is burning a lot of calories. It's getting me more conditioned to handle higher workloads. And also, I feel better, which is another purpose of doing this cut. So I would definitely recommend it. So that's every other day. And in between those days, I'm talking about 60 to 90 minutes of low intensity cardio. My preference is jogging. That's what I like doing. In the summer, I was experimenting with some biking as well, but honestly, I'm a runner at heart. I prefer that all day. So jogging, the boxing rounds, that combination burns so many calories and allows you to actually eat a little bit more food. So that's why I'm telling you, I don't really care about the diet part that much, because I know that with my exercise program, I'm overriding a lot of that stuff, especially with the next thing that I'm going to cover now, fasting. At least once a week, I'm doing a 48 to 72 hour fast. In this video right now, as I'm talking, I'm about 40 hours fasted. Won't be eating till tomorrow. I'm doing this once a week because it's going to speed things up. And when you do little short bursts of fasting, it is muscle sparing. I've done this before many times. My best was 5 days in a row. Went to lift, barely lost any performance. Was a little bit depleted, but after a week or two, I was 110% with the additional weight loss to go with it. So I'm not worried about anything. That's what I'm trying to stress. We're on the right path. We're following a journey. We're undergoing it. And whatever end result or consequences you might experience, so be it. We deal with it as we go. Heck, with the quarantine situation, I was doing nothing but calisthenics. I maintained my mass, though I did lose a bit of strength. You know how long it took me to rebuild to peak status when I had my all-time absolute strength? 2 months. That's all it took from not even lifting. So I know that as a real natural, muscle memory is powerful, and I can regain whatever I might have lost, how marginal it might be. And I know that also with the right protein intake, with the correct training system, I'll be fine on that level as well. As long as I'm managing my recovery the right way, in this case, using concurrent periodization, but I'm probably not gonna max out as much. If I go heavy, I'll do more of a back offset approach or the 3 sets of 190%, just because that tends to be a little bit easier on the way your body feels. And when you're in a calorie deficit, it does make a difference. So there's that, and maybe cutting back the volume slightly. So instead of 5 sets, you go to 3. So basically, if you're managing all the variables the right way, you're sleeping a lot, which I'm doing, there's no freaking alarm clocks, you should be okay with that. And yeah, that's my weird little plan. It's simple yet somewhat complex in the way that it's unconventional, but I know it's gonna work. Just stay tuned, follow me on Instagram, check out my progress. I'm telling you, it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be effective. So the plant-based diet with the minimum 20% deficit, the standing all day, the fasting once a week, and then the extreme cardio to couple it all, leanness is inevitable. Now, what I gotta figure out after that point is, am I gonna go below 10% body fat? Personally, I don't wanna do it. I'm actually concerned about the effects. As long as my waist is below 30 and I got definition everywhere and I feel fantastic, that's all that matters. This is not about being competition ready, okay? And besides that, I got nothing else to say. Let me know if you need more info regarding certain things or clarification, or if you have any recommendations in terms of video production during this time frame. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments section. So enjoy. If you're bulking right now, I wish you the best of luck. If you're cutting, hey, let's get lean together. We are doing this at the same time. Let's see what happens. Like when you see everybody else around you getting lean, that should motivate you even harder to surpass them. Let's get that competitive state instilled in all of us. Not that we're comparing, but that we're being the best versions of ourselves and knowing that if other people could do it, heck, we could do it too. So I'm done rambling, and let me know what you think of this weird plan. And that's it. I'll talk to you in the next video.